Hi there, welcome to our home marina at Hamble Point. Our office is just over there, just on the entrance to the marina, and I am standing on board a Nimbus 35 Nova. This is a boat we know well. We sold this boat to the current owners around about 2 years ago, and it's a really, really nice boat, and it's quite a different Nimbus. The Nova range is the sporty range of Nimbuses. It's on stern drives, gives great performance, but you still get that really solid Nimbus build quality, really clever uses of space, and just a real quality feel to this boat that I think you're going to really enjoy. Walkthrough tour is coming up next. So the first thing that greets you on board this boat is the expansive cockpit, laid to very, very good quality solid teak. Again, I'll talk about this a lot during the video here. Nimbus being great quality boats, materials that are used always great, top notch, and the quality of this teak is fantastic. It's also very, very deep. So this can be cleaned for many, many years and will still look absolutely fantastic. When the boat we sold previously, they had quite a large table in here, which actually the owners have still got and can be included in the sale, and they really did turn this whole area here into a bit of a sort of a dining area really. They've removed it. It doesn't suit the way that they use the boat, but it could be put back in, but it just shows how versatile this area is. Nimbuses can be used for lots of different reasons. Obviously great family trips away, committee boats for sailing events are really useful, and just having this space here could also lend into fishing as well. So it's a good inside-outside space because you have a hard roof here. So whenever you're using this space, if it's raining, you've got protection, and you can obviously put these covers in around the sides as well. On the back, you can open these up, so you've got full access with almost a sort of open transom arrangement on the back there. But on the transom, it's actually a really good space on here. I love the little touches like the Nimbus logo embossed there into the teak. You've got space for 4 fenders in the back here, so you've got built-in fender holders on the stern next door to the cleats. You could easily have a Hurley-Davitt system or something similar on the back here to put a good-sized tender. There's storage spaces, so if we look underneath here, there's a good storage space there. They've got a little box and all of the ropes in there. There's a bathing ladder as well, so it's just a very versatile place, and there's also a hot and cold shower on the back as well. In terms of the seating around here, you've got these seats here which fold down. They're on gas struts, which is quite cool. So the gas struts come up and down. They're on both sides, and then you've got these storage boxes which have been put around. That one's lockable as well, and cushions on the top. I like little touches like the boat hook. Look, it sits in its own little container down there. You could put fishing rods in there, boat hooks, nets, brooms, anything that you wanted. It's nice and easy, and there's even more storage space up on the top here. Grab handles at the top, another boat hook up on the top there as well. Things are easily accessible on this as well, which is nice. They've been clearly thought out. All of your isolators are located here, easy access in the cockpit space. Your power supply is just there, and it feels like a very practical boat. It's a boat, very easy to love boat this. Let's have a look at the side deck access. You've got a really good access there for a large, solid, sturdy pole, so you can walk through there. And as we go up onto the side decks, good access all the way around. You've got grab holes all the way across. You've got this opening here on the window, and I really like that because it just means that you can communicate, the helm can communicate easily with your crew, and all of these side decks here are lovely. Also having easy access to that cleat there as well. So again, if you wanted the helm just to lean over, throw the rope to somebody on the pontoon, you could do that if you're short-handed as well. I remember this section here when we first took on the boat a couple of years ago, and it is a very nice sociable bow area. It seems like a strange thing to say, but I really like this seat here. You could easily create a little cushion, add something into there, but this seat here, you could be in here when you're going along. You've got nice safe handholds to hold on to. I like little touches like the stainless steel trim all the way around the hatches, and then obviously you've got an electric anchor windlass on here, so operating the anchor windlass from the front is really nice and easy. Cleats either side. And then these boats from the sort of the Scandinavian heritage, sometimes they're moored bow to, stern to, against sometimes even some rocks. So it's nice to be able to easily go off there. Not so many rocks I'd recommend mooring up against in the Solent, probably a good diving platform. Go swimming off the front, don't moor up against rocks. I could get sued for that. Right, let's wander back down. Again, just mentioning again the teak. It feels such a good quality boat having all this teak. The handles, everything is easy to hand. Wherever your hand goes next to it, you've got a nice easy access space. Cheers, Nick. And that brings you into the cockpit space. So it's quite big in here. So you've got this lovely glass opening roof that opens up and gets lots of expansive light and air coming in here. The windows are open easily on both sides. Now, it's a warm day today, a little bit of a northerly breeze, and it's really cool in here. So it just shows when you open up the hatches, open up and get some breeze through, it's actually really pleasant. Seating area here, and comfortably enough space there for 4 people to enjoy a nice meal. You've got a helm seat, really nicely upholstered, big, solid, chunky helm seat. The navigation's been upgraded since the first time we took the boat on, so it's got the Raymarine Axiom, it's got the Axiom Plus plotter, nice and fast responsive display. It's got an autopilot, new compass, all of this, the D-series dials on this. So we'll jump into the engine bay a little bit later on, but it's powered by twin Volvo Penta D4 260s. Give this boat a good turn of speed, and the Nova range is designed at that more sporty end of the Nimbus range, so it does perform very, very well. And of course, because you've got the stern drives on it, if you're somewhere like the Channel Islands or somewhere where you might go into shallow water regularly, being able to lift your stern drives up is fantastic, as opposed to the standard Nimbus arrangement of having a shaft drive that really shouldn't be dried out at all, ever. It's not a good idea to dry out a stern drive, a shaft drive boat. Lots of bent shafts and not good things. The galley area is at the back, which is nice because it links the rear cockpit space with this area here, and also frees up your area down there for more accommodation. You've got hot and cold running water, stainless steel sink. Under here, just lift it up that way, you have a 2-burner gas hob, and then lots and lots of storage space all the way down. If you open up these, cutlery drawer, fridge down on this side. It's actually, it gives you an idea of how beautifully the people have kept this boat. If you look inside there, older fridge, absolutely immaculate. So it's really nice and clean and tidy, this boat. The owners really have loved it, and it feels like that throughout. Even the little touches, like on top here, to preserve the wood, you've got little rubber mats there, so make sure nothing gets damaged or any hot cups of tea get put down. It doesn't get those little rings. When you walk around the boat, the lighting's been upgraded to LED. You've got good handholds as well, so if you're moored in a bay and it's got a bit rocky, there's good easy places to hold on to, even around the galley area. Don't often see that, do you? Nice bit of stainless steel all curved around there. Again, easy to hold on to, easy to get about the boat. Let's go downstairs. So down here, you've got your second area of seating, which is quite cool. So down here, you've got another table. Again, so you'd sit down here comfortably, another 4 people. To be fair, would you ever sit down here and eat when you've got the space up there? Probably not, but there's the option to do it. But of course, this drops down and creates a large bed area here. So what I'd recommend, I guess, usually is to turn this into the bed area, but it looks really nice set up like this. And actually, there's lots of light down here. You've got side windows, you've got front windows, you've got portholes into the hull. So you've got lots of natural light coming in. So it doesn't feel claustrophobic down here. And it's just a nice space. Again, Nimbus quality coming through. You've got teak and holly flooring throughout. You've got these lovely louved doors, I think you call it, where you open up the cupboard space and you've got all of this wooden work here. These are boats that are not mass produced. They're boats which really do have a quality feel to them. And you've got the same cupboard on the other side there as well. But it's not the only cabin. So you've got another door here, which leads into this cabin space, and the bed in here is huge. Goes right the way down there. Again, you've got window at the bottom, window at the top, window at the side, lots of natural light coming through, and a good sized bed down there. So it's almost like this is, without question, the master cabin. Very, very comfortable, and you've even got a little seat there if you want to sit down and get changed as well. Good headroom height throughout the boat. So as people do want to talk about this, I'm about 5'9", 5'10", and I've still got plenty of height there above me on there. So that is what I would consider to be the master cabin. And then inside here, you have the day heads. So the day heads, you've got electric flush toilet, stainless steel sink, pull-out shower. So this all turns into a wet room, and the water then drains down into a sump pump underneath. There's not lots of bells and whistles in here, not lots of cupboard space, but it's perfectly functional, and you do have a little under cupboard storage space in there. But a nice little room there. The other thing I like, I just draw your attention to the door. It's completely curved. Again, just really good quality there on the door. And then you've got a little latch. That's interesting. There's a latch from the outside of the door. Why would you want to lock someone in the toilet? I'm not entirely sure the purpose of that one, but anyway, there's a feature. I'll put that on the advert. It's got a latch for the toilet. It just happens to be on the wrong side of the door. The steps up here are nice, nice curved steps, and then there's courtesy lighting down there as well. So I'm going to go back up. I think I've covered most of the boat now. The only thing I haven't covered is the engine bay. So I'm going to dive into the engine bay now, give you a run through of what it looks down there, and then come back for my final thoughts. Right, and as if by magic, I'm now in the engine bay. So, as I mentioned, this is aimed at being the more sporty version of the Nimbuses, and it's got twin Volvo Penta D4 260s. Now, this is a really good, powerful option for this boat, but what's quite different about the Nimbuses is normally they're on a shaft drive. Being a shaft drive, the engines are normally inside the boat, but they're here at the back, and what the great thing is, there's actually really good access all around the engines. It's so much so that they've even got two big storage containers in the back there, so a couple of storage containers, you can get good access right the way around the side of the engines on both sides. But down here you've also got a generator. So you've got a suitcase generator down there. You've also got a hot water tank, which is nice and easy to get to. Something else, it's a strange little thing, but I'm just going to talk about it as sort of my own boating experiences come through. Hopefully it's useful tips for people. That water heater is mounted on its side, which means if you have a problem with the heating element, you can just slide the heating element out, replace it and put it back in again. I've had a problem on my own boat this week where I've had to replace the heating element. My tank is located like that. The heating element is only about £80, but it's cost me a small fortune in labour charges getting the whole tank out, off the boat, out the brackets, just to replace that water heater. So it's quite nice when it's on the side. Little tip there. But in terms of everything else, really good access, as I mentioned, all the way around. The bilges are pretty deep here as well, so you've even got space to store down your coolant fluids, oils for top up, your separators for your fuel are on the bulkhead here. And it's all just beautifully presented as you would expect on a Nimbus. All the cables are nicely trunked around. It's a good quality boat. I also like how high the hatch goes. It's a pretty easy to use hatch. Press a button, up it comes, but it's quite quick. Some of them are really slow. Goes up at a nice speed and it gives you high access, so it's very easy. I'm going to come back outside now, sit down and give you my final thoughts on this boat. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I think this boat's got loads of character. It's a really nice boat. It's nice to see a sportier style Nimbus. Nimbuses always sell well. People do appreciate the quality, the way they push through the water, and having those large engines in here gives you that comfortable cruise speed in the mid-20s, but you can open this up and it's capable of speeds around about 30 plus knots as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I think it's a really lovely boat. Lots of character, lots of real good quality features. Actually, I've just noticed one thing I didn't mention, it does have heating. So there's a Everspatcher heating on board. So for those cold winter days, you can heat the boat up so it's really cozy and toasty. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Please remember, do like and subscribe to our channel if you've enjoyed walkthrough tours like this. This boat is for sale here. It's going to stay outside our office at Hamble Point Marina, ready for the next person. So come and have a look at her and we'd be delighted to arrange a time to put her in the water and do a sea trial to start the journey of this becoming someone's beautiful boat. Thanks as always for watching. We'll see you on the next video very, very soon.